Hello, my name is Alan Capel, and I'm here today to talk to you about ONPASSIVE from a particular angle. Do you remember Norman Vincent, what's his name? Norman Vincent Peale, yes. He used to say this to help people become successful in life. Find a need and fill it. Do you remember that? Probably you do. So, can we see any needs today that need to be filled? And the obvious answer is certainly we can. They're all over the place. They're in our communities. They're in our neighborhood, even. People who've lost their jobs, thousands and thousands of them, because of this awful coronavirus that we're facing. And what about senior citizens many who are surviving barely on Social Security? And then I feel for the young people. Question is, can they find a job, a good paying job that truly meets their needs? Many of them are finding they can't, or that the job they've got is just not paying them very much. Will they ever be able to buy a house? Question is probably no. The answer is probably no, because houses are very expensive. You have to have a huge you know, a down payment and have to qualify for a mortgage and all that kind of stuff. It's very difficult for them. And we could go on and on, of course, not just in our country, but not just in the USA, but in many, many, many countries. Probably all of the countries of the world have needs. So how can OnPassive fill that need? Well, what they do is this. OnPassive builds a business for you and builds a great income for you. This is a done for you program, completely automated. And if you don't want to, you don't have to tell a soul. Now, I think that it's kind of nice to tell people, especially if you've got a son or if you've got a daughter or a niece or a nephew or someone in your family, I mean, tell them by all means. Or even, why not pay for them to get in? That's what I've done. So there's needs all around us. And OnPassive fills that need by creating an income for us all. So how do they do that? Well, they do all the advertising for us, all of it. We never have to advertise to anyone if we don't want to. They do all the selling and the sponsoring for us and the follow-up for us. Now, this is huge because most people don't like selling anything and don't like telling people about the opportunity they are in. And that's why 97% of the people fail in making any money online. And I have to tell you, that includes me. I've done it. I've tried to make money online. And I was told it's easy. All you've got to do is bring three people in, they bring three people in, and you're off to the races. Well, try it. It's difficult. And people don't like doing it anyway. I could usually bring in a few people. But the question always was, can they bring three people or more in? And what I found was the answer is a definite no. People don't like it. That's why 97% or 98% of the people simply don't make any money online. But here's the answer. OnPassive does it all for you. They do all the advertising. They send targeted traffic to a website they have created for you. That's brilliant. I love that. And the name of the game is traffic for any business. You've got to have people putting their eyes on your particular opportunity or whatever you're trying to sell. You have to have people looking at it. And if you can't get that, then you fail. They do it for us, and they're brilliant at it. OnPassive is just about to launch, do what's called the soft launch. And in this process of building up to this over the last more than 2 years, they had done something that was quite remarkable. They decided to test their ability to get targeted people to look at their opportunity. So they tried. They didn't put a time limit on it, but they wanted to get 1 million people taking a look at their opportunity. They got the 1 million hits in 4 days. 4 days, 1 million. That is absolutely astounding, and that's what they're going to be doing for us every day. So your business builds because they're putting people in your team. Something that people find extraordinarily difficult, but now it is completely done for you. What do you have to do? What do I have to do? Nothing, unless we want to. I happen to want to. So I've told a few people, have a few people in my team, which is going to be beneficial to me, but I didn't have to. I just did it because I wanted to do it. So you just join. And if you don't want to tell anybody, well, that's okay. But I think it's going to be awfully difficult for you not to tell somebody when you start earning a lot of money. I think that's perfectly understandable that when we're earning money, we're going to tell someone. We're just going to. But now you don't have to, because they're doing it all for you. They do all the advertising, they send targeted traffic, they do the sponsoring, they do the sign-ups, they do the follow-up. It's marvelous. It is like an answer to prayer. It is so, so good. I can't emphasize that enough. So what is OnPassive? What are they doing? Who are they? Well, I found out about it in August of 2018. It actually started in August of 2018. So, no, sorry. I started in August. It actually started in July 2018. And of course, there were many, many months previous to that of setting out their plans and their goals and the technology and all that. But it literally started to the public in 2018. I'm so glad I found it. I became what's called a founder. That position is still open, but for only a very, very short time. It cost me $97 to become a founder. And the advantages of that is that you're locked into the company's opportunity, you're locked into the pay plan, and they start advertising for founders first. They'll do that for others later, but not right now. They're going to send out opportunities to people for the founders. So that's really great. So I'm so glad I joined that. So what is OnPassive like? Well, it's really quite remarkable. As I said, this is not a fly-by-night program or company. OnPassive is enormous. It is going, when it starts, it will be what is called a unicorn company, which means they will be worth $1 billion. They have offices in Orlando, Florida. They have 2 offices in India. And in those offices in India, OnPassive has over 500 engineers and technical people who are building this business for us. What they have done up to now is they have created almost 50 companies inside OnPassive. These companies will bring people in for us all. They're brilliant technical opportunities and companies that will serve the world dramatically. It will actually change the world. Let me give you an example. Have you heard of the company called Zoom? I have. I use it actually. Uh, I have a home, what's called a home group, a Bible study home group, and we can't get together, so we meet in Zoom. It's very, very good. Zoom is free if you've only got if you're only going to talk to a few. It starts to cost when to cost you when you want to talk to a few more, like I do. And the more you want to talk to, the higher the cost becomes. It becomes very expensive. But even so, they have 200 million people a day using their company, Zoom. And it's very good. But it is nothing like the company that OnPassive is going to introduce to the world. Nothing like it. Because the OnPassive one is going to be superior, easy to use, and less expensive. It is going to be amazing. We will get hundreds of millions of people in the OnPassive kind of Zoom idea. They didn't base it on Zoom. It's a company that has been built from the ground up, and it's great. And that's just one thing about OnPassive. The CEO is Mr. Ashmu Farah, a genius of a man, and it is about to launch to the world. First of all, it will launch in the soft launch. When it launches into the soft launch, the price will go up to 149, but it's very worthwhile joining. Then it will launch to the world towards the end, we believe, of 2020, or it could be sooner. At that point, you will not be able to be a founder, but you can be a customer and you can be a member. And that will cost you between $100 and $250. We're not quite sure yet of what the actual figure will be. Think of this. This is absolutely stunning. You pay once and you never pay again. So let's give it a guess and say it's going to be $200. You will pay $200 once and never again. How do they do that? Well, I told you before, they're building your business. And so the monthly cost comes out of the money they've earned for you. So you never have to pay again. It's absolutely stunning. I always remember years ago, I was in Amway and I had to pay $100 a month. After the third month, I quit because I wasn't doing anything. But in this company, you pay once and never again. I urge you to take a close look at this amazing company. I'm so glad I'm in it. And we've got a saying, we're in it to win it. You can too. So thank you very much for watching and listening to my presentation today. And let me say this to you. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you need any further information in the notes beneath this video, you will find a way to do that. Thank you. Bye-bye.